Hi community, and welcome to another episode of the Multiple Birth Experience podcast. I'm your host Tola Imad, and on this episode we are continuing Vanessa Raimundo's story in part 2 of the Vanessa Raimundo episode. Now, if you guys had listened to part 1, you know you definitely needed to continue and listen to part 2 because it's inspiring. She continues her story from Portugal, coming to the UK and starting the Mums on a Mission non-profit organisation that's catered to single mothers, and her advocacy to ensuring that families get the right support that they need within the community. So go ahead, listen, be inspired, share to your family and friends, because you never know who can be inspired. You might think they don't need to hear it, but they might just need to hear it. You just never know. So share, like, subscribe, download, and all the rest of it, and we'll catch you again on the next episode. Bye guys.
I like this.
But I need to continue. Yeah. So you didn't lose it straight away?
No. I didn't. I was really like, what's the word? I was proper calculating. I was like, can't let this next man take my virginity. I need to. It's me.
So when you was being molested before, they didn't take your virginity?
Molestation is not rape, like I said, or intercourse. Molestation is when they touch your body. They
just touching.
It's like foreplay.
Okay.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
Because they teach you how to touch them as well, and they make you touch them.
Yeah.
And all these things, or you just.
There's no intercourse basically.
But it's masturbating. It's disgusting. It's just as bad. They make you watch porn and things like that.
Okay.
So a lot of times when I was being molested, I was sleeping, and when I open my eyes, there's porn. So these people are watching porn, and then they're getting so
aroused,
taken out that they're going to pick up a kid from the bedroom. Like, that's not normal.
Okay.
Obviously, it's that kid that don't have a dad, and her mum's not here anyway. So let's just do what we gotta do, innit?
Yeah. So going forward, this guy that you met,
so I met somebody. This guy. He was really cool. He was a dancer as well. He was. He just had this charismatic. There's something about him, but. Yeah, really cool, 21-year-old. Mind you, I'm 13. But I'm very nowadays you'll see some 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds.
Did you not look 13 or something?
I did. I look now, to be honest. I didn't really change.
At 13?
Yeah, my height was the same. I had bigger boobs, I think.
But did the guy know you were 13?
Of course he did. He did. But we wasn't doing nothing straight away. He liked the idea. Plus, his friends were going out with one of my friends, and she was 13. But she was a bit even more developed than me. We were just different type of 13-year-olds, man. I'm sorry.
It's not even that. But they're the adults, though.
I don't think you get it. Like, back then, and even if you go back home, even in Nigeria, you probably find some 21-year-old boys and 13-year-old girls that are 13-year-old girls are 7 years ahead of themselves. I was one of them.
My point is that it doesn't make it right though, because they're still adults, and
no one said it makes it right. But at that time, the life that you're living in is happening right now. It doesn't matter what the system or what the thing. When you're in that world, when you're living in that world, age is just a number. You see so many girls that are like 20 with some 50-year-old man, and they've been with that man since they were 15. And you're like, how? But that man was 45 when they got with you. But in that world, that sick world, age don't, all those boundaries, all those, what's it called? There's a word for it, I can't remember now. You know, what's right, what's wrong. These people don't know. Like that world there, they don't know what's wrong, what's right. They just go with the flow. So yeah, me, I didn't want nobody to tell me nothing. Nobody could tell me now, even if they did. My auntie did try. When my auntie found out, that's when they kind of cut off with me, because it was like, okay.
When she found out that you was...
I was dealing with people that were way older than me.
That you was bothered by it?
My auntie, when she found out, yeah.
When did she find out?
I don't know. Let me just.
Was it like later in life?
My mom died in her house, but then she committed suicide in her house. and my auntie was there with her friend. So there was 3 people in the house when mum committed suicide. And so obviously I told my auntie, you must have done it. You did something. You done something to my mom because it's the day after her birthday. What did you do? It's not normal. But yeah, so when my mom died, then I started dealing with these boys and whatever. My auntie must have moved to England. I wasn't talking to her. She was pregnant with that little kid that I was worried about when I was pregnant with my daughter. Yeah, my mom, she was pregnant with that when my mom was with that girl when she was when my mom died. And I was just like, okay, I don't want to talk to you because you killed my mom. So when she found out that I'm dealing with this man and that, and obviously she finally got through to me. Yeah. She finally was able to speak to me like after 2 years or 1 year or 2. She was able to actually get through. A year and a half later, I was able to talk to my auntie properly, and so she was like, I'm coming for those whoever is dealing with my niece, I'm gonna deal with it. And I knew she would put it in jail. And I knew it was wrong. You see, like you said, it's wrong.
So you knew it was wrong?
Yeah, when it's like I snapped out of me after a year and a half after my mom died, and I was like, okay, this guy here, that's my virginity. He had a girl that was pregnant. Imagine. And so I was like, he told me it was New Year's. My mom died in October. November was when I met him. Still talking to him, just talking. Nothing was happening. In my head, he's my boyfriend now. Yeah. And I broke up with my 12-year-old boyfriend because now I've got 21 years old.
Okay.
I 12-year-old boy broke up with him at the time. Said, "No, I don't want you no more." He cried. He was sad. To get with this boy, then he tells me just before New Year's, because there was going to be a party. Little Vanessa was coming to the big people party. I was there, and he's like to me, "I just need to let you know that there's a girl and she's pregnant. She's gonna be there, but they're not from my end. It's like some next girl from South coming to East. And I'm thinking, okay,
but he didn't say who she was.
No, he just said like she's pregnant and obviously I'm gonna be. It's my baby. So I'm gonna be there with her." Because she's pregnant and she's not well, I need to be there with her, and I'm kind of gonna be like I'm with her, but I'm not with her. It was just very confusing. I was okay. He's thinking I'm a fool. It made sense. I was like, yeah, cool, I'll get you. Like,
well, he's talking to a 13-year-old, so he's gonna say
he's thinking I'm stupid. So I was like, okay, and then I just sat there and I was like, do you love her? Because
it's his baby.
I mean, why would you leave it afterwards? So wait. So I just saw it as a 13-year-old. They're just seeing my mom go through a whole lot of relationship. And my mom taught me, the first lesson my mom taught me when I was 7 is never take another woman's husband. Never destroy someone's home. If you love, you're better off homeless than being with a man that's got a wife. So I just asked him straight away, do you love her? And he just ran off. He ran off. So I was like, okay. Anyways, New Year's came, I went to the party.
Oh, you went still?
Of course I did.
With him or?
I went, it was a group of people. Okay. She went too. She was with us.
Oh, you all went together? So then how was the interaction then with?
There was no interaction with him. I was just, like, I literally kept.
You were just at the friend line?
I was nothing. I was just there. Like, I was in the party with my other people, dancing and having fun. I would go outside, cry. Remember, my mom just died. I'm supposed to be grieving my mom's death. I'm grieving this man with his girl pregnant dancing, and he's still dancing with me. He's still after like asking me to dance. And I'm thinking, she doesn't know. She thinks I told you. I don't know what she's thinking. But next day, this girl came to the auntie's house, pregnant girl. So that was where I was like, this is just too much. This is just too much. And now they're telling me you need to serve the girl. And I'm thinking, what? Anyways, 2 months later, I went and put another girl. I went and helped a girl that was being molested by her stepdad. And I put into that house. I put inside that house. So the day that she moved in, the guy I liked just must have been coming in, and she was changing her clothes. So she was 16. I was still 13. She wasn't a virgin. I was still a virgin. I'm molestation had extended to rape. It became something else. Where I still had my care home. So she lived at home 24/7. Maybe if I was at home 24/7, I would they would have taken my virginity.
Of course.
It would have been different. But the fact that I was in care and my stepdad didn't probably have me like 3 weekends or 2 weekends, it was different. this girl now, she's different. She's fully developed. She's got a
Woman.
body of a woman. So he's amused. He's a lord with her. So what did he do? He asked her out. She knew I liked him, but
21-year-old.
the 21-year-old.
Okay.
When the 16-year-old, just
Yeah.
And yeah, she got with him because she had to get with him because she didn't get with him, then he wouldn't talk to me no more. You know, predator. That's a predator. That's a proper predator. That man was a predator. So what happened is, it's fine. He got with her. I cried for like 2 months. It was so bad, and then I got over it.
Yeah.
I didn't get over it. What happened is his child was born. On the day his child was born, his other friend decided to tell me, I don't know why you like him so much. I've liked you the whole time. But this friend is now 24. Now I'm turning 14. This one's actually 10 years older than me.
Wow.
So, but by then, I did lose I already done it.
Yeah.
I already lost my virginity to that guy. Even though he got with my friends, I still had to do it out of revenge because my friend should have never went there. I was just doing a whole lot of crap.
Yeah.
Basically, as you guys can hear it, it was mad. I was a 13-year-old just going 14, from 13 to 15. I was just going through.
Yeah.
Instead of grieving my mom's death,
You were just lashing out, basically.
I was just doing whatever.
Yeah.
Like.
So that's how you was coping.
That's how I. Yeah. That's
so then from your mum passing, and then to what age did without having to go too much deep into the details?
Stopped at 15 when I got tired. I just tired. What it was, I saw the girl, the lived there, the other cousin that had other boyfriend as well.
Yeah.
She was going through domestics. That guy was already beating her up at 14 years old, and I was thinking, and we were trying to stop it all the time.
Yeah.
So I started thinking, she's too young.
Yeah.
To be getting bottled and
going through that kind of
when you have kids.
Yeah.
And then you try and do it to us as well because we're trying to defend us. So it was like, So it just got a bit too much for me, and I just got tired. And then suddenly, my attention just turned back to people my age. And then, people my age got really drawn to me.
Yeah.
Like, it was. I see it.
Was you still in the care home at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only left at 16.
Okay.
So yeah, people my age got a bit drawn to me. So I had boys of my age range that were telling me like, "Why don't you go out with me?" And I just be like, you just want the elders. And
you
so
used to know.
I started getting picked, like not picked, but it was like they wanted me to come chill with them.
Yeah.
And I started realizing it's actually more fun than this drunken, crazy adult
life.
No, and I'm seeing these girls as well, like, you're moving mad now. She's having mental panic attacks, she's trying to kill herself. And so, yeah, I just got taken off for like during summertime to my cousin's area, and that was just lit. That area was always lit. So we just had bare fun with people on my age.
Yeah. So then what age? You said that you left
Portugal.
No, not Portugal, care at 16.
Straight I moved.
So as soon as you left care, you came straight here. Oh, okay. So how was the process of that?
Horrible. I hated coming here. Like, I didn't speak English, not even one bit.
What made you come?
I had to come here because my mum died, and I didn't know I didn't have a dad. Like, obviously, I think my stepdad made it clear to the social service. He must have been shook. That he couldn't keep me.
Yeah. Oh, because at 16, that's when everyone leaves. 18. Was it 18? Oh, okay.
In there is 18. Okay. So I was happy to stay there till 18 and go to work. I had my whole plan.
Yeah.
I wrote it down when Mum died. I'm not moving to London.
Yeah.
And I'm not staying with my stepdad. I'm staying in my care home.
Yeah.
There's people in my care home there. Live there from young when they turn 18, and then they got a job and they still working there too.
Yeah.
So it's like
that was what you wanted.
I wanted to become the director of that place. Because I was the right attractive director. I might as well become the director.
Yeah.
So it's still in my dreams. I'm still going to become a trustee for that place. So guys.
Okay.
Still gonna do it. Still in my heart. But yeah, at that time I had to come here because there was nowhere else. My mom's sister was the only one who could. She would. My mom apparently. My mom, before she died, she made it clear she wanted me to come to England.
Okay.
She said she needs to go because she will be popular. That's why I named her Vanessa. That's what she kept saying.
At 16 is a specific age.
13, babe.
Not as in like, why did she want you to go at 16?
She didn't say 16. She wanted me to come up when my auntie came. I just refused. Remember, I didn't talk to my auntie.
Okay.
So before she died, she told my auntie.
At that point, she wanted you to go.
She told my auntie, when you go to England, London, take Vanessa.
Okay.
She said,
and it was when you were 16.
Because I named her Vanessa because of the name. The reason why she named me Vanessa is because she said I was going to be like Vanessa Williams.
Okay, the first,
Vanessa Williams. She's really popular. She was really popular at one point. I watched her growing up as well. So I didn't even know that was Vanessa Williams. I thought she was talking about Venus.
Oh.
She used to talk about Venus and Serena as well and say like me and my sister are going to be like them as well. So she was really clear in her mind and she said you'll be popular. And I went through everything. Before she committed suicide, she also told me I went through all of this because of you. So she blamed me. She did tell me to kill myself.
She told you to kill?
She told me jump from that way. I won't jump after you. So, but she said, so you can see the battle there where I know you got a great destiny, but at the same time die.
Really?
Because in the Bible talks how mothers will hate their daughters. So there was a love and hate relationship between me and my mom. Like, she had that love for me because I'm her daughter and I see them. Yeah. And I see Bill crush his head, but at the same time, she had to be crushed before that I could actually, like blossom and become somebody. We had to be crushed first. Wow. So that hurt a lot. So she won. Either way, she said, take my daughter to England if you go, and I'm gonna there. But I said, I'm not coming. Yeah. So for 3 years, my auntie couldn't get me here. So imagine if I did come 3 years prior, where would I be today? Yeah. Would have been different. True. But I'm glad I didn't come. I'm glad I had to learn English from scratch. There, I didn't go to school here. I had to go straight into college. And I remember, like my first college, Wolfram Forest College, I was with a lot of Portuguese people, so I was not learning. We were mocking it. I was basically back on my Portuguese antics. Yeah. Whatever I was doing there.
Was just around your own people.
Yeah, I started doing it here again. Yeah. So it was like, next thing you know, I got a phone call.
So was settling into the UK difficult or was it easy because you met other people from Portugal?
It was.
You said that it was a small community, innit?
It's small. We not a small community, but it's small at the same time. I don't know if you get it. It's like we all know each other.
Yeah, that's what I mean by small. Like as in, like you probably met people that were here that you knew from Portugal as well.
The people that I met that came from Portugal, they only came after me. Like most people that I met.
But did you know them in Portugal?
Probably one or two. Not the ones that came after me. Yeah, I knew them from there. Yeah. But a lot of people that have come when I was here. They were here already. Some of them came straight from Angola. Like my daughter's dad came straight from Angola and his family. Okay. They straight from Angola to England. They didn't stop him. They're not like my mom. My mom immigrated to Portugal. They immigrated to England. So he's a proper, he's more of an English boy. I'm more of a Portuguese girl. I was more of a Portuguese girl. So there's that. So there's a lot. The Angolan community is quite strong here. Yeah. And I love that because I was always drawn to the Angolan community. I've always I used to perform as well. I used to dance in Portugal, so
you made a lot of friends, got to know, around. Was it where in London did you come to when you came?
When we first came, we went to Cardiff for a month.
Okay.
And that's what my auntie would say. Yeah.
Oh.
And then we came.
How did you end up in London then?
She came. She had the whole plan in her head. She wanted to divorce her husband and everything, so she was just thinking, "Me get my nieces," because she had a daughter as well. And then I'm gonna move. So first town, East Town. Yeah. That was the first time we stayed in London. Yeah. East Town, and then we 1 month in East Town, and then we've been in Barking.
Okay.
And we moved to Barking.
And how old was you around that time?
16.
So 16. Okay.
16. After that, what happened now? Yeah, I moved in here, gone to college. They put me in Barking College. Yeah. Barking College was funny because it was like
I went to Barking College.
The other one in the library. That's the one they put me.
Oh,
there was only like old people. It was so frustrating for
me. It was English speaking college. Yeah,
English and maths, but it was ESOL. But it's like seriously, there's no adults. I mean, there's no young people. They literally put me in the Barking College in the library. So it was frustrating, but it was good because I wasn't concentrating with my peers.
Yeah, so you didn't get the distraction.
It was the best thing that happened to me. And turns out, look, where I do all my stuff is in other libraries. So
you made connections.
not because of the ESOL course.
Oh, okay.
Nothing to do with it. Like, even when I went back there and I saw my ESOL teacher, she couldn't believe it's me. They actually want me to go and speak to the students because, like, I was 17 years old. I wasn't even interested.
Yeah.
I was not even going to do my test so I could just get my certificate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, came here at 16. It was horrible. I was scared of the big buzzes. I was scared of everything. Like, I remember I had like both patches after what?
Really?
9 months of being here, and I had 2 bold patches in my head, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was the water because in my head,
different.
I didn't even know about depression and that. I only found out about my mom being bipolar because of EastEnders. So I gotta say, England has really opened my eyes. And I've only started seeing people here talking about bipolar. What, the past 10 years?
Yeah.
No one was really admitting that. The past 12 years I've been hearing about. This one is bipolar and it's being a norm now. Yeah. Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
So it was scary for me to come because I remember going to my hairdresser and asking her, like, what's going on in this bulb? Is the water in it? She's like, no, you're stressed, you're depressed. Yeah. And I was like, what? Look at my response. That would be what my auntie would tell me. If I go home and tell my auntie my hairdresser said I'm depressed. What you depressed about? You don't pay no bills. Why would you be depressed? That's exactly what I told my hairdresser. What am I depressed about? I ain't paying no bills. What's my depression? Yo, you just moved from a whole country. Yeah. You're having to learn a new language. You separate yourself. You're living in a home of 100 and something kids now to live in a home of normal family. Yeah. Turns out my auntie that brought me here, she thought she was gonna. She was experiencing domestic violence. So now I'm experiencing domestic. I'm having to deal with my auntie going through domestic violence firsthand. Yeah. And she's calling me for help. When I'm going out trying to live my life, she's trying to tell me, Vanessa, come home.
So you're still kind of going through something of some sort.
I'm still going through it.
Yeah.
And then I got my auntie trying to think that you brought me to this country for your purpose. And many people can say that happened to them, black people, where their family members bring you from wherever you come from your struggle. Yeah. And they think they're doing you a favor. Yeah. You get here, all they want to do is make you their little maids.
Yeah, house girl.
Go get your niece, go get your cousin, or go do this, go do. I mean, I don't mind, but that's not what you brought me here for. Yeah. I came here for my own family. This time, I'm not even getting no pocket money, so I'm having to go and do cleaning at 5 o'clock in the morning from the age of 17, 16. Yeah. So my first job here was in Primark as a cleaner. So I done cleaning for a good 3 years. Okay. Before I started like anything. I did get into uni after my daughter was 1, doing youth studies. Okay. Didn't finish because then I had my own domestic violence.
Before we get into the child, before you had your baby, when you was working, and then when did you meet the father of your daughter?
It was about almost a year into being in this country. Okay. Almost a year. I met his grandma before I met him. I met his one of his aunties, one of my good friends. Oh, so my auntie. No, she did. It's mad. The way my auntie told me, I found your friend. So she gave me this number of this girl, and I told her, yeah, come over, whatever. Yeah. Turns out that we became really close, and then she also what did she have there? Yeah, so I went to her house and my mom was quite old and she has a brother that's got Down syndrome. And yeah, she never been clubbing before, but I've been through everything already. Yeah. She was a bit like me, but was a conservative side. So I already had a lot of experience in different things. And she just never been actually out there partying. And apart from that, yeah, she was a galleys too. Yeah. Like we all the same type of mindset. Yeah, let's get boyfriends. And let's go out. Let's do.
And plus, you're still young as well, so you just want to.
So yeah, and I'm taking you clubbing. So yeah. Our first time clubbing was with me. Yeah. So I remember this time I turned 17. Yeah, I turned 17. A month after I turned 17, I met my baby dad. Yeah. So that night, I remember it was the day that the woman told me that I got stressed. That's why I had that. Oh. I went to hairdresser. I looked really nice. We had a drink up to go, and this drink up was shit. So we turned out to another place, which turns out I knew the owner of the house. Yeah. And that's where my daughter's dad was. And my friend didn't even know that nephew would be there. Yeah. So now she's a bit like, oh. And she's like, oh, that's my nephew. And I was like, no, he's not. Yeah. You got a big nephew like that. He's older than that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, perfect. So I was like, nephew, yeah.
Yeah. Caught your eye.
But we both caught each other's eyes, so that's it. From that day, and I was literally I already had my ticket bought to go to Portugal in 3 weeks, and I wasn't gonna come back.
Really? You need to leave?
And yeah, I was leaving.
Oh.
I done everything. I done a couple of ACs. I done my cleaning job. I was like, I'm gone. I'm not staying here. My auntie,
Really?
domestic said she was going through. Like, why do I have to be here part of that? I didn't want to be part of it.
Yeah.
So
and he changed it all for you.
He actually did, you know. Not that I'm like, I'm grateful for his life. Thank God we're not together, but thank God that he came into my life at that time, because I was like, I'm going. He's like, don't go, just stay, just come back or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what made me come back, really, was because one, I was thinking, hold on, I just been 1 year away from Portugal. Didn't even learn English yet. Didn't even get my qualification. Can't even be a director of this place yet. Like, you know, I'm thinking about...
At least your vision and your mindset is like way ahead. Like, you know, you want to be a director
People
of the
want to laugh at me. I'm thinking, yo, you can't win England for 1 year, you didn't even learn English, and you're going to come back returning nothing. I was thinking, I'm going to return with nothing. And plus, I met this guy. And, like, he seems worth it. He seems worth my time.
We're going to see how it goes.
I don't know. It just, everything just made sense to come back at that time. It's just like, you know what? There's love. It's love. I say love brought me back. That's why I say love brought me back, because I was already there and I was there for 5 weeks. Yeah. And then I heard something happened to me and he went to jail, and I was thinking, what? Like, I think it's the first time he was 18. That's what brought me back, because he was like, no, yes, I need to go there. You know, I thought me coming here would make a difference, but he did come out 2 weeks later. Okay. His grandma couldn't believe I liked him. She was like, really? You like him? That one? I was like, yeah. She's like, why? I love his grandma. So that's my daughter's great grandma now. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how I met him. I got here, and then
the rest is history.
By 2 years later, I had Sienna. Yeah. No, hold on. A year later, I left my auntie's house. Okay. End up in a hostel, the foyer, the walking foyer, and that's when everything really comes through. That's when our vision came through as well. So when I met Ashley. Ashley is the other co-founder, is the founder of Moms on a Mission too. Yeah. I remember meeting her, and I said something in Portuguese. I asked for a cigarette. I asked someone in Portuguese for a cigarette. And she was like, hey. I said, oh, you speak Portuguese? But this time I'm speaking in Portuguese. Yeah. I was a proper Portuguese, gualala. Yeah. And she's like, no, I'm just learning. So it turns out that she was one of my good friends' new girlfriend. Okay. I was like, oh, is that you? Connected, yeah. So, okay. So me and I imagine I live on a 5th and she lived on the 7th floor in the same block. But none of us had kids. There was no kids there, guys. No kids there. So we got there. I remember I still went to Portugal on holidays. Almost stayed in Portugal again. But when was it? Yeah, I just realized that after 4 months of moving in, I got pregnant. 5 months I was going through domestics already. Yeah. Then I started realizing, then I was isolating myself because I'm pregnant, I'm going through all these concerns. Yeah. And then I realized that everybody in that block, when I started actually hearing the bullshit going on, I was thinking, this is a madhouse. Yeah. I was like, so, hold on. This is the same... What was the word? This is basically care with independence. Yeah. It's true. It's literally, true. No one telling you what to do. Yeah, literally. Yeah. No, but we still had support workers. So you still had support, but they're not there. But they were still coming from knock on your door. Yeah, see how you're getting on. You still had to explain yourself to somebody. So it was like, we still had only 3 days to have people over, even though we would do more. Yeah. Like, at one point, my baby dad was living with me. Yeah. My sister lived with me. Yeah. My cousin that was going through domestics, I got my baby dad to go and pick her up. And she just came from Portugal and she stayed with me there. So it's a studio flat. Yeah. I've been in the hostel before. So I was like, this is this. And that was a young people's hostel. It was before you embark, and if you don't know, research, it was Jack Petrie Foyer funded at the time. It was amazing. Very young, lots of young people in there. And we got down in that place, man. Remember the first stabbing in the place was actually in Ashley's room. The first what? Stabbing. Oh. Like it was in Ashley's room. So that was 11 years ago. Yeah. 11 years ago, guys. So mind you, look where we at now with nice time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and look what Ashley's doing as well. What we doing now.
Who's Ashley?
She's the other founder of Moms on a Mission.
Okay, what is she doing? Actually, tell us how you Moms on a Mission came to.
That's how we came. So for the 4 year, I met these people, and I started realizing that we all in the same boat.
Okay.
And after having my daughter, she had an accident in there. She had a really bad burn. She had a skin graft and everything.
Oh.
So I moved out before she turned 2.
Yeah.
I was there for a good 2 years. I just felt like there's such a bad energy in this place. Like so wrong. And all the moms had some sort of domestic violence, or we all single moms already. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the girls that were getting pregnant, they were going through it as well. So I was just like, all right, when my daughter turned around, when she was 3, when my daughter was 3, I still had that. I was going uni for when she turned 1. But because of the life circumstances, first she got burned, I couldn't continue that first year. Then I started again, then I had domestics and I couldn't like submit my work. Yeah. Then because I didn't explain, I went through it. Yeah. They didn't want to give me a second chance. So I'm like, this is too much. Yeah. So that's really where Mums on a Mission started coming through. Yeah. So in 2013, I got kicked out of uni. I left my daughter's dad. I got kicked out of uni. I started working. I started doing all these things. I started working on myself. Yeah. Mainly. So I started, I remember, at first I was just working the first 6 months that I left him. And then I was like, I had enough. So I got a personal trainer coming to the house. And then my auntie, she just came out of domestic violence as well. Because remember that same auntie that I left her house at 17. Yeah, the one that brought you. Yeah. The one that brought me. The one that I was molesting her house when I was 8. Yeah. 29. The one that I first told that I was molested because a man, I told her about a man, I didn't tell her about my stepdad. Yeah. I told her, your man, which is my stepdad's nephew, molested me. Yeah. And she believed me at the time. Because then I found out that she also been raped and molested by people that took care of her. Yeah. She was younger, so it was like, hold up for me. It's usually a repeated cycle, yeah. When I say, I only found out about my mum, I think my mum been through it because she was, but my auntie, that same auntie, so when I went to be with her now, I'm like, okay, let's get a personal trainer. I told her she had a man in the house at the time. I said, I'm not moving into your house with a man. Not after what happened to me in your house. Yeah. My child is turning 3. I'm not bringing my child into a house. She's gonna go through what I've been through. Yeah. If he's gonna be any man in the house, we're not living together. Yeah. So she got rid of whatever was there because he was emotionally abusing her. This is not her husband, this is her ex-boyfriend.
She's just being abused by so many men.
But you could never tell. If you see my auntie, she's too strong. Like, she's strong. She's got everything because she's persistent. Yeah. Like, even though she's been abused, it's because of her strength. Like, you know, because she don't take no rubbish. So that's how she'll move, man. She'll move on. She won't heal. She'll move on.
And does she feel like she need a man?
This is where we're gonna get. This is where Mums on a Mission had to come from. My husband's frustrating me as well. Yeah. So I started going ham on working out and working on myself. I can show you a picture from the times I posted the other day. And my auntie I just brought her with me. I thought, auntie, you need these as well. We both need this. And she just like, Vanessa, have fun, live your life, and do this, do that. And the time that I had, because I had so much time to do me, I started feeling like I need to work on my purpose. Yeah. Like, going to work wasn't enough anymore. I just wasn't having fun. Yeah, you had all this bottled up inside you. I remember I was working in Tesco's warehouse, and this woman, because we were doing all lifting, and I like to lift. I like to do that. That's how I build my muscle. Yeah. So it can be therapeutic as well. Yeah, she couldn't do it. So she dropped the bananas or the watermelons. I think it's the watermelon. Yeah. Okay, so they sucked up. And I went nuts. Went nuts in that place. Do you even know that this woman is... So I went on one. And somebody was telling me, shh, because you need to they can just suck you. So I was like, I don't care.
Was that your first, no, it wasn't your first job, but it was something.
I was there for a while. Yeah. I worked in a few warehouses where male dominated, and where because I'm a woman, they even, been sexual harassing me or assuming that somebody or trying to see somebody or trying to push someone to sexual harass you. So wow. That's why I told you I'm not afraid of man. I will let you go, I'm like Daniel these days. Throw me in a lion den and I'll put them to sleep. Like literally, I'm not committed. I ain't got no problem. It's because of putting up with so many different men and doing it in silence, doing it with just letting, you know, sometimes just let the presence of God take over.
Yeah.
So that's it. With this man, with these places, I didn't care. So I started slacking. I started smoking. I started chilling.
Yeah.
Instead of going to work, I was going to this house. I even changed to night shift, so I wouldn't really go to work. So I'll go
just so you can relax in the day.
I just go to this girl's house. I remember her name. She had a story.
Yeah.
I was around a lot of broken women.
Yeah.
And that pushed me because I couldn't take it no more.
Yeah.
I wasn't a smoker. I didn't smoke weed, and then I found myself actually starting to smoke with these people.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just too much. My brain wasn't even taking me as well.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything anymore. I've left I've left my baby dad now. I've left everything I could.
So you just needed something to take your mind.
I needed to everything. So and every night for a year, that year that I lived with my auntie, for about not even word of a lie, every night till March 2015. From August 2013 to March 2015, pretty much every night I cried. Unless I was drunk or too high.
Really?
I cried before I went to sleep. And I didn't know what it was, but I knew something was alright. And obviously, as I started talking about, so admitting the molestation, admitting this, admitting that, started coming out. That's when it all started, the Mums on a Mission thing. Because it was like, then we started doing fitness in Ashley's back garden. And because when I started doing it with my auntie, 6 months after that, I felt so good in doing that I felt like you lot need it. Like, this is what we need. Look good, feel good. So in my head, I had that thing. If I look good, I'll feel good. But then it got to the point that looking good wasn't making me feel good no. I was doing my nails every week now. I was fixing my hair every week.
But the problem was still there.
And I was still feeling some sort of emptiness. And it's like, what is it? So, okay, then I got into, let me fulfill my purpose. Let me do what I enjoy. So I started working with David. You got jokes. Yeah, Inside Success. I went to David and I said, okay, I've done this before. I'm not going to around food, but I wanna be here. I wanna help out. So he got me a little job there, and that was nice because it helped me to get my understand what is my purpose. And then I was like, okay, this is not going to be enough. The fitness in the back garden of the mom. We need money because obviously we need to pay the personal trainer. So David got.
So he was working with you alongside Mums on a Mission.
There was no Mums on a Mission yet. Mums on a Mission is going to be born now. I'm about to give back to it. And then we got to the point that it was like, all right, guys, we need to make money. We had this woman and we're doing all this training and I've all these ideas and I was always doing something with the mums. So before it was even called Mums on a Mission.
So you lot were all mums already at this point?
At this point, we're now all mums. Ashley's already got had a second child. Ashley had a second child. I'm still on my one child. And how many got children? But I was like, okay, we need to do something, so we need to get money. So David introduced me to this network marketing thing. And I thought, okay, I'm going to build a team of mums, strong mums that want to become independent. And, we want to do it the right way. Don't mind you, just before this, like, remember I told you I went to this self-destructive path. I stopped going work. I was chilling with these 2 girls. One of these girls, she used to do a job my mom used to do. My mom took it all the way down to prostitution. Like, my mom took it down. She went, from its core to the lowest of lowest level. She took it. Lowest valleys, let me say. So this girl now chilling with me, and I remember her saying, like, she was drinking. She used to drink. She used to need to drink. She needed to drink before she go to bed. She needed at least 2 shots before she goes off to sleep. I didn't understand, and she told me, she's like, I've lost my dignity. And she told me I started doing this from the age of 16. Wow. From Portugal. My sister brought it from Portugal.
And she continued.
Well, my sister was like 16. My sister brought it.
When your sister was 16, brought somebody else here. While she was there.
Because my sister came at 12. So, because I was in a hostel and I had a daughter. and she was my younger sister, and I wouldn't let her back. She was always gonna be inside there. They just gave her a room in the hostel. So yeah, then she thought she was gassing me. I got my own place, so she went Portugal on holidays and brought some people back with her. So turns out that she brought some people with some problems.
Really?
But it was fine. You know, when this girl told me her story, I always knew there was something wrong. When she told me I've lost my dignity, I got really clingy to her that I wanted to save her.
So you took her under your wing?
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. Obviously you can't help who doesn't want to be helped.
Yeah, of course. You can't help everyone. You can't save everyone.
I did try to get her a day job. She said she can't do day jobs. She tried, but she can't.
Oh, she just couldn't do it.
When you're in that lifestyle, it's hard. So so where was I? Yeah, I started this thing. She was a part of it. She wasn't a mom either, but I really wanted to help her.
Yeah.
And it was from that night, there was something that was read to me that I realized that I need to walk my purpose.
Yeah.
Because I'm becoming self-destructive.
Do you know what your purpose was?
I knew my purpose was to do with helping other women. Like my mom. I always knew that. Okay, that's my first revelation. When I was 16. It's like I could have helped my mom if I was a bit older. Yeah. So then it was like, you're gonna help many women like your mom. That's the first revelation I had. Yeah. But then most recently, I started Mums on a Mission. I had my 4 moms. I remember Regina, Maria, and Ashley, and me. So there was 4 of us. And I was like, okay, and then Sean joined as well. And I was like, all right, we're Mums on a Mission. Yeah. Here we are. It's Mums on a Mission.
What year was this?
2014.
2014.
Like November the 4th was our first event.
Oh, wow.
And it was all about trying to get people to become create residual income. And then I went into starting point and I'm like, I want to start something. I already went there before I even started Mums on a Mission. So I already had this application in my hand for moms to start a project, so they could give me some hot desk and this, that, and the other. Yeah, we didn't know what to write for 2 months. We didn't even call it Mums on a Mission.
It was a different name.
Mums on a Mission was just a project that I just had. This project was a project, but the lady from there, from Wise Choice, from Starting Point, said, "Why don't you close?" Because we had a mental breakdown. Me and Ashley, we started with 7 people when we started the whole Wise Choice and the Mums on a Mission. There was 7 people and I just started dropping.
Everyone just dropping.
So it was me and Ashley standing, and Ashley had a mental breakdown. I had a mental breakdown. We both had it, but I kind of came out of it quicker than her. Or I thought I came out of it, you know. But I just dealt with it because I've been able to switch it off for years.
Yeah, you can.
I've been able to just remember yourself. Remember where you come from. Remember so I just switched it off, and she went through a lot. So I then had to close. I still kept going with Wise Choice for about a year. Still went on. I still got a lot of
by yourself or
by myself, but you know there was a couple of volunteers that would come in and out. But it was by myself. I wasn't there all the time. I would help people get into work.
So at that point, what was it about though?
It was the same as Mums on a Mission. It was all about.
It's the same concept.
It's the same concept.
And what's the concept? So just for our listeners, so they know.
So our vision is to create happy, healthy and fruitful families around the world, and it's to promote the mission is to promote confidence and to to build confidence and promote resilience within our communities.
Oh, good.
So that is it. That's the mission. That's the vision, you know. Yeah. And it's always been the same mission. It's always been the same vision. We just didn't have the words to say it. But
now you have it there.
Happy, healthy, and fruitful family. That is the big vision. Ultimate vision. And we need to create that.
And the reason for it is because
where we come from, like I said to you, definitely not healthy backgrounds. Not fruitful either. My mom died, she didn't leave nothing. My grandparents died, didn't leave nothing. So it's like there's no the fruits are just dry. You know, we keep leaving dry fruits. Like, we need to be fruitful. You know what I mean? The story behind it is because so many of us, especially black people, we just fight. We see our parents fight, our kids see us fight. And there's no happiness in that. Like there's just, like you said, struggle. There's just getting on with it.
Yeah.
And that's not what we want. We want to create
survival mode. It's like we're always on this survival mode, and we shouldn't have to be always on this survival mode.
So if we build that confidence in your community, that they can be happy, they can be healthy, they can be fruitful, then that you'll promote the resilience. Yeah. You know, it's through that. Yeah. So
Can anyone be a part of it? How does a mother join? Is it now? Is it a community? Is it a club? Like, tell us more in terms of, okay, now there's moms on the mission. You've got, you know, the wives, the house. Yeah. So what can any, like a mum like me or our listeners that's listening to us now, how would they be able to be a part of that or join, or
they can self-refer themselves through our social media platforms? We do have a WhatsApp number. Our website is always being built. It's getting there now. Yeah. We are we do pet advocacy. Yeah. So we focus on health and well-being and youth intervention. Yeah. So, for example, if you're going through some benefit issues and housing problems, we can help you. We can advise you. We won't, sort the situation for you. Yeah. We can direct you. Guide you. Yeah.
Advocate for you as well.
Yeah, we will advocate. This advocate is helping you make the choices, the right choices. Support. And it's not doing for you what you can do for yourself. Yeah. So people get it wrong with advocacy, and sometimes we get it wrong, and that's where the burnout comes from. Yeah. You can contact us via social media.
What's your Instagram?
Mums on a mission _ mums with a U, please. Yeah. There's the mums from Australia. It's the black mums. Yeah. It's the black mums with boxing gloves. That's it. For now, just DM us if you need anything. Yeah. I will leave my contact with the multiple birth experience. You can always WhatsApp me directly and let me know. Or my team. We now got a team of advocates, so you can contact as well directly. But also, when it comes to the health and well-being, we work out in the field via Zoom every week. We're in the field 2 to 3 times a week, as long as it's dry. Yeah. If it's not dry, we're on Zoom. On Zoom, guaranteed once a week. Yeah. So
this is during the lockdown.
We've been doing that. We started in June. Okay. Very much. June we started doing the working out the park. And now we got about 30 mums that are involved. Okay. So they don't come all at the same time, but
it's still
he's working. We've got mums from different areas. We've got Colchester, Yorkshire, Camden, South London, all different, North London now as well. Yeah.
So before the lockdown obviously happened, things you guys were doing a lot of projects and stuff. What kind of projects would you look?
So before the lockdown, we had the Shine project, which is a personal development project to help you identify your worth, value, and purpose. Yeah, that was a 6-week project. It was perfect. We had the intergenerational project where our moms were running the fun club every Wednesday. Yeah, that was fantastic. We're going back to that again. I'm thinking we might have to get a gazebo. If we manage to get premises, which we will, by God's grace. We're gonna be doing it, like go back to the fun club. Yeah, we've got mums that want to run football clubs now. Yeah,
obviously sons and stuff.
Yeah,
even girls.
The girls, we've got girls team.
Oh, that's good.
Girls don't play football. So we've got mums that want to run the fun club. We've got mums that do the gardening. So we've done a lot of gardening throughout the quarantine as well. Yeah, we've got peppers growing. And I did that with the young people, the children in the local area. What else?
I know you worked with you mentioned you help or support other mums when it comes to like benefits or housing, and tell us some success stories that you've helped.
So we'll have more like mums, they've got none with barriers speaking English, for example. Yeah. Like, because I'm Portuguese, I've got more difficulties in certain things. Certain benefits, they will tell me I'm not entitled to. Yeah. I haven't been here for this long or that long, whatever. So what we'll do, we will speak to that advisor. If that person normally can't do it because it's under stress and she's now blocking. So we will contact the housing ourselves and just put a word forward, just explain. Just literally write a letter of support, or just you through the right people that can help you.
Okay.
To reinstate your benefits, and we've got a lot of cases like that.
Yeah.
We've got
so the council is familiar with Mums on a Mission.
The council is familiar with Mums on a Mission now. Even referring older people, like we got older people that are going through, they're not getting the support that they should be getting.
Yeah.
So I will contact the council and just let them know. Get in touch. The adult social care needs to be in touch with our family, support them. Let's say somebody that has been waiting on benefits and now they don't have no food. We will make sure that they get some food vouchers or whatever they need to get.
Yeah.
That type of support.
Yeah.
You know, make sure they meet their basic needs.
Yes.
You know. So right now, we don't really get. I'm not really getting many cases. There is a few cases of homelessness, and we do speak over about those type of families. But you're more likely to be relocated. So Ashley was relocated. To Yorkshire. She was born and bred in Barking, and now she's there. So I'm not someone that if you got a case, I probably will tell you that you might have to move. Just like I had to move from Portugal to England. It was my choice. Yeah. You know, but you might have to when you might be there. So what happened is, she's extended Mums on a Mission in Yorkshire. So we now got...
No, you don't have only London or Barking and Dagenham.
No, we now got Yorkshire as well. So we've got people that we advocate that are in Birmingham. They was in Yorkshire. They now got relocated to Birmingham. They was going to get deported. They haven't got deported. They now been housed because they've had that system. And sometimes it's not even so much about what we're going to do. It's just the moral support.
Yeah.
Like, what we do is just make you believe that your case has a solution. Yeah. Because it has. Yeah. I mean, I've sat there. Remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, I didn't speak English. My benefits got cut off. I didn't get no money for my whole pregnancy. They didn't then they backdated me. Then they stopped it again. But I had to wait until my daughter was born for them to start giving me benefits again. Yeah. So it's not like I wasn't entitled, but there was a wait. Yeah. And I had to keep pushing and believing it, and that's what makes you advocate, the fact that you've been through it. And
so you make a great support because you've been through it. And you kind of like know the steps as well in the process.
We have a couple of we got good cases actually. We have a lot of success stories. We are now supporting families with laptops. We've supported a few families with laptops throughout lockdown. We're about to do it again. We're getting a whole bunch of laptops again. So 14 of our families, which are they already been pre-selected, they already worked on it with us. They're going to get the laptop. Oh, cool. We got some food vouchers. We got some funding from Island Foundation. So we're going to be giving out £30 vouchers.
That's really good.
It's not much, but it's something.
It's something. It's something
for now. So that's how we support. And again, it's helping with your health and well-being. Because knowing that you got a laptop that you can join in and
join in Zoom and stuff like that.
There's so much training available now. We also
tell us about your coffee mornings. You've had a few coffee mornings, haven't you?
That was so nice. Our coffee mornings was the best. Was our first way of getting Mums on a Mission back up. We started with the coffee mornings. In the libraries. So the funny thing about this all is that I done my English in Barking Library. And my company is actually registered to the library now. I got a great relationship with the libraries, managers and, directors and all of that.
That's really good.
And my farm club was run in the libraries as well, in the Subramani Centre, which is a library. My youth intervention is run in Dagenham Library too. So everything happens in the library too. So I might as well own it, right? The library is there.
The Dagenham one, I remember I came with you one time, didn't I?
That's where my office is, and it was. Now with the COVID-19, we work in the
library still open though.
But not for people to sit down. I can if I request, if I go there and tell them I need to come and use the place. It's fine, but it's not like it used to be. The room is still there. I can still book it if I want to use it. But it's just so long now. So we got new ideas, new projects coming up. We're gonna start doing some YouTube gardening bits. We do a lot of gardening. I've done a lot of growing in my house throughout quarantine. Even the healthy well-being tips, even just the rice water in your hair. If you see my hair grow, and I never keep my hair natural. I've always had a problem with my hair. I've always had a problem, and I've realized that all the problems I had, You know,
Yeah.
it was all to do with majority of my trauma.
Yeah.
I didn't like my hair because the people that were looking after me didn't have patience for my hair.
Yeah.
Like my hair is too much. So they shaved my hair when I was 9 years old.
So they shaved it a lot.
When I was 9, they shaved my hair. So before I got into my care home, my mom literally left this woman's house, and she couldn't do it. Like she basically abandoned. My mom got kidnapped, by the way, when I was 9.
Oh gosh.
That's how. Yeah, when she came out, the kidnapping was already in care.
Oh no.
So she got kidnapped, and we was at this woman's house, and she was white. And she cut my hair because it was a big afro. And now, every time you see me, when I go through something, from the age of 15, I started doing it. I started cutting my hair. And I can't take it no more. And it's a release.
That's where it stems from.
That's where it stems from. My cutting my hair wasn't because...
fresh start.
For me, just like... And also, I loved Halle Berry.
Yeah.
After my mom's funeral, I watched Catwoman.
Okay.
And I thought, that's me. I'm going to be like her. She was a defender. She was a protector. Wasn't she?
Yeah.
So I don't remember much.
Had her cats around her.
I always dream about that. Like every time something bad happened to me, I always used to dream about a cat. So I don't know. It's because when I was a kid, I proper saw myself in that woman. The cutting my hair was part of the look. Yeah. Of the frustration, the boldness. Yeah. That's it.
Who are you inspired by? Who are your inspirations?
It's funny, I wrote that down the other day. Yesterday I shared it. Tina Turner was my first inspiration.
Okay, why is that?
Even before my mom. My mom is my inspiration, but Tina Turner was If you ever watched What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah. The strength that she adds.
Got the fact that she came out of it. And when she beat him, after so much beats, when she beat him, I was like, right.
And it's almost like she wanted him to beat her. That final one, innit? Not the ones that she was going through, but the final last beating that she took. That she wanted him to beat her, and she fought back.
Yeah.
That one, she fought back.
Yeah. And that's.
And that was the last one.
And I watched that after my mom's funeral. Straight after my funeral, I watched it with my granddad, and I remember it was just like, wow, my granddad is a big man of God. Yeah. So he told me, like, what she did is foolishness. What your mom did is foolishness. And I also watched The Passion of Christ, so like Jesus is my is a big thing in my life. Like, at the end of the day, from the time I got told that he's gonna come and sort everything out, I was only 6 years old and I was going through fire, hell. Yeah, my mom was drunk. She sent me to church drunk. So I remember going to church and getting there and they're telling me about this man, this son of God is going to change everything. Yeah. So all the cripple are going to be healed. And I just remember asking, even the one in a wheelchair, that's all, like, that's till now. Yeah. It's like God keeps reminding me, remember, even the one in the wheelchair. Yeah. When I get up. Even the one with the things I fall, right? Even my grandmother, I remember that. Everyone that is of God's going to be back. It's going to be healed. It's going to be fine. So I thought, okay, I was 6. So that was my big role model to know that no matter how much pain I go through, it's temporary. Then I used to watch Cinderella a lot. So I used to think, that's me. Yeah. So my role models really was all fictional. Yeah. It was on TV. It was all... not that Jesus is fictional. It's not. Over time, it proved
like exactly had like an imagination-ish kind of vision.
Yeah, I'm one of them kids.
Yeah, like your mind will take you outside of your body, and I get what you mean.
Yeah, so that's how I kept going. So when I was 11 years old, I went to the council where the area where my auntie lived in Portugal. Yeah, and I must have said I was bored. I was bored that summer. Yeah. I was already in care, mind you. I was bored. Yeah. Nothing to do. And I'm not in care because everybody's having fun in care, but I'm here. Yeah. Family's house is suffering in the summer. So I thought, we need to do something. Yeah. So I started looking around the area. I said, this is problems. Yeah. I wrote it down and I said to my friend, and funny enough, she's here now. She didn't go, so she can testify. And my sister, and I said, we're going to the council tomorrow morning because we need to sort out some things in here. Yeah. We need football pitch with the park, the fence there, with the fence here. Like, and I went down there and I said, I didn't even know it was a council. I thought it was the house, the White House. Yeah. I thought it was the proper president house. I was like, I went there. I want to speak to the president. And they're like, well, if you want to speak to the president, you need to go to the House of Commons. Yeah, that's what I said. I went to the reception. I want to see the president. They're like, what president? The president of here? Like, they were like, well, there's no president here. You might have to go down to the city if you really want to see the president of the Portugal. It's like, okay, so who do I speak to? I need to speak to the president of something, the one that's in order,
in control, who's in charge of all of this.
So there was this woman. So she came out and she actually saw me. She sat down. So I said, what do you want? She was intrigued. What you got to say? So I go, I just want to know when you're going to put a park. When you're going to put a park here, there and there. Because we need this, that and the other. And she goes, well, I can't just put things there. You need to have a petition.
Yeah.
You need to do. I said, you need to put something in the blocks because somebody's going to jump out of that block. You need to. Is this not the block my mom jumped from?
Oh.
So 2 years later, obviously she told me to go and do a petition. I tried.
Yeah.
I picked up a blank piece of sheet and I went around the neighbour to the top.
To get
the black one signed it.
And
I got to the 5th floor. This white neighbour, she was like the caretaker of the block, said, I ain't signing this. How do I know my signature is not going on some... I said, I just want a park and a fence in a block. Didn't hear me. Months later, a 9-year-old jumped from that same block. So I got annoyed because I was a kid and I was like, you know what, I don't even live here. I don't even care. I don't even need these things. I got a park. I got a football pitch. I got everything I'm asking for this area is for my friends. I already got it where I live. So I was like, ripped the paper in front of her, moved on, said I'm going to start a newspaper. Anyways, a month or a year later, the 9-year-old died. I think she had autism or ADHD long because back in that days, was it you that posted that today? Back in that days, we didn't have babysitters.
Oh, no.
There was my friend. We didn't have babysitters. Our parents would just close the door and open the door to no one. So she jumped. She jumped from the 9th floor. She was 9 years old. She jumped from the 9th floor.
Wow.
And the 9th floor is equivalent to the 12th floor. So I was like, okay, one down. I forgot that I went to ask for this thing. Like I told you, I still feel it. So a year later, my mom did it.
Okay.
So now my mom did it, and it's like my family didn't have no way to pay for the funeral or whatever. So they went to the council to ask for help. So when they got to the council and they said, this woman, my sister, whatever, she had 2 daughters. What are daughters' names? I think they had to do it later. The woman knew who I was from the council. So my family shocked. So they paid.
Oh wow.
They paid because I asked. I told them, do something.
And it could have been prevented.
It could have been prevented. So it's like, if you ever got a vision of something, it's the same thing. I came to this country and that's where the vision came from. It's like, I can't let it happen twice. Do you understand? It's like, I come here and I see that I'm in the middle of a bunch of people just like me. People that never smoke, start smoking. People that don't drink, I drink. People that have version of fucking, like, come on, it doesn't make some sense. What's going on? So I thought I would never be in domestic violence. I was in domestic violence. So it wasn't even like it was his fault. Like, I was so traumatized. I was so broken at the time. And everybody in there, we can all admit that. 10 years ago, we can't say it's we can call it domestic violence. It's not. He didn't just start abusing me. It was a thing of one thing after the other, pressure on top of pressure. And then we just all exploded. I'm slapping you, slapping me. I'm cussing you. You're cuss. You know, it just became toxic. So I say, hurt people.
Of course.
Broken people hurt people. You know what I mean? So it's just a vicious cycle. So now, with Mums on a Mission, I'm in the phase where I really feel like when I first started, I didn't care about how men feel. But over the years, and I found my dad 3 years ago, like I told you guys. Guess what? He's got serious, severe mental health issues.
We will go through it.
So both my mum and my dad struggle with severe mental health issues.
So that combined together.
They combine together. I'm not immune to it. Do you understand? I might be, but I'm not. As a matter of fact, I suffer from it too. So obviously,
But you have a way of.
I just have the knowledge. I know what it is. And my mum was very specific on don't eat fast food, don't watch too much TV. She knew these things. I didn't understand it was a problem. I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was born.
Oh, wow.
So she was very careful of what I'm going to eat and what I'm going to watch. She knew it was affecting me. So now I've got a bit of that knowledge. And being a mom, my daughter, my mom are the reason for the mission. You know, and every other child that I see in this country, I feel like God brought me to so many people like me. So many I got goddaughters that got the same story. but they would have never said it if they didn't have someone there to tell their story first.
Exactly.
So
you inspire them. So in not so much words, what would you tell yourself like 10 years ago? What if you knew then what you know now, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? And where do you see Mums on a Mission 5 years from now?
That's funny. Yesterday,
in not so much words,
I met an 18-year-old and I told her she's pregnant now. And I told her I was pregnant. 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And I said to her, at the end of the day, God is with you. Remember, just continue to seek His will. Just continue to seek God's will above anyone else, above your own will. Because if I did that, things would have been different. But I did to a certain extent. I wouldn't be where I am today.
Exactly.
So in all times, just give it all to God. And trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. That is the only thing I will tell myself is trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your understanding.
And be patient.
I lean in my understanding. I used to lean in my understanding too much. And now the 10 year that something happened to me 10 years ago, I can see the growth in me. I see how I handled my daughter's dad. I would have handled the next person I want to be with. Because the respect that I learned as well. Me and my daughter's dad, I see him as a brother now more than anything. Because we've got so much
great relationship.
It's not great, but it's the fact that we know each other.
You're able to co-parent as well?
Sometimes it's complicated. Some people, I've done my growth, I'm doing my growth, and I'm not rushing anybody's growth. Not because I had a child with him, that means that he needs to grow. Of course, he's got growing to. This is why I said trust in the Lord, because before I got a kid with him, I had many opportunities not to have a kid with him, but because I was so stubborn, and I was sure that he's the one. How many of us are so sure? And we're not sure. So I had to, the only thing is, I'm just saying, I had to have that child to learn to obey. Obedience is really important. God's timing, he probably was the one, but because we rushed it so much, we ruined it.
It turned out different. And 5 years from now, Mums on a Mission?
Oh, big plans. So 5 years from now, Mums on a Mission aims to be doing its we aim to be doing international residentials. So and national residentials. So we already started like last month. We had a little spa getaway.
Oh, that's nice.
Some of the teams. So that's going to be something, but it's going to be open. There will be a membership, active membership, so you can join us.
So the community will be more of a big community, growing more mums, in more areas.
And I'm willing to take yours internationally. So we'll be doing some international.
First stop in Portugal.
First up will be in Portugal. We got France as well. Africa, definitely. Dominica. So we got a couple of places that we'll go. In the next 5 years, we'll definitely go to Dominica. And
worldwide takeover.
It will be.
Take over the world.
It's mad how how is that going to happen? But it is going to happen.
It's going to happen. You've got a vision. Like I always say, the mind can conceive it and achieve it.
It's there.
So it's possible. Everything's possible, and the day just leave it to God.
So in the next 2 years, we'll be doing the national getaways and national. So, the shine.
Well, hopefully this lockdown and this coronavirus and all this wahala that was going on. We can, once that's all over, we can just get back to.
Our kids are going to be setting up their businesses now. I told you about the Wise Kiddies project before, isn't it? So they will be starting now in next year. So it's looking. Things are looking forward now.
That's great.
So just stay tuned with us. Our website will be up soon. Our memberships should be starting in April. So you can sign up to become a member.
Stay up to date and follow Mums on a Mission on Instagram.
That's on a Mission.
Mums on a Mission with a U and underscore at the end. MUM on a mission underscore. Stay up to date and you'll get all the information, and any questions you want to ask, you can contact Vanessa directly on that Instagram page as well. And that is it for today. Thank you for joining us, Vanessa. Thank you for being here. I've learned a lot more than I did an hour or two ago. I appreciate it. I hope our listeners have learned or even been inspired by your stories, because it is inspiring. And we wish you all the best with Mums on a Mission.
Thank you, guys. And yeah, man, there's so much more. I have to actually put in a book. The book's coming.
Yeah, that was great. Amen.
The book is coming. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for having me here. The multiple birth experience. As you can see, I've given birth to so many different things in my life. So I do have one daughter, but I've got many